Oh my God, I was so proud of myself. I'd made this really sharp hedge trimmer and I told you guys all about how to sharpen hedge trimmer. And then I cut right through an Ethernet cable that was hiding in the bushes. Brilliant. So I legged it off down to the local electrical wholesalers to get some parts for this. Came back with a connector, feeling all smug about myself, thinking I'm going to fix this in no time. Then realised I'd actually cut through the cable twice. Where was the piece of missing cable? It had been raked up, thrown in the green waste bin. The green waste men had come, collected it, taken it away, and then I was left with a connector that wouldn't reach to the other side of the cable. So I had to go back to the wholesalers, get a piece of cable, match that up. Now, here's a picture of the cable. It is important to match this up. I said it was an Ethernet cable. It's actually Cat5e. You get different grades of Ethernet cable. Most of them nowadays are Cat5e or Cat6. This was a Cat5e cable and it was an exterior grade one. So you have to make sure, in this case, it was a garden outside one. You have to make sure that it matches. Now, if the guy who had laid this cable had actually had any sense, he would have put an armor cable in, probably trying to save money. And that would have meant I wouldn't have cut through it. But anyway, and of course, all this happened at 3 o'clock in the afternoon when I have to get home by 5 o'clock. Don't you just love it when that happens? So for most normal people, all you're going to need is one of these inline couplers. Very handy. Stick cable in one side, cable in the other, a bit like a terminal block. And then you're going to use what is known as a punch down tool, which is one of these. You have to buy one of them. They're not that expensive, less than a tenner. And you can also get those at the electrical wholesaler. So this is going to get you out of a bind if you cut through a cable. Also probably going to need a weatherproof case, IP rated, something like this. And then, of course, in my case, I'm going to need a spare bit of cable as well. First thing you're going to want to do is to strip back the outer sheath with a pair of side cutters or wire strippers if you've got them, about a couple of inches. Next thing is to poke a hole in the glands at both ends of the waterproof case. Poke your cable through the hole. Then you're going to wire in one side of the coupler. So let's take a look at the diagram. Okay, this is where it starts to look a little bit complicated, but it's not actually that complicated. So look at this image, you'll see this is the wiring standard for Ethernet cables T568B. This is the most common, highly likely that if you cut through an Ethernet cable, this is the standard that's been used. There is another way of wiring it, which is T568A, but you don't want to do that. You want to do T568B, which includes this row at the top and the bottom row. Just ignore the row that's in line with the A's. So you're going to get your punch down tool and you're going to punch the striped orange cable into the number 1 slot. Then you're going to punch your solid orange cable into number 2, striped green into number 3, solid green into number 6, striped brown into number 7, solid brown into number 8, solid blue into number 4, and striped blue into number 5. Now you're going to strip back the other cable on the other side and do the exact mirror image. So you're going to put your cables into number 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 4, and 5 slots. Do make sure you poke your cable through the weatherproof housing before you start wiring it in. Next thing I did was actually just fill it with construction adhesive on the 2 holes, thinking that the holes were so small this was going to be belt and braces. But then somebody told me that actually water can still get inside through those holes. And turns out I left it for a few days and that did actually happen. So what we do need to do is fill it with a resin product. This is what it looks like. First thing I'm going to need to do is remove that water, so I've tipped it out and give it a quick blast on a low setting with a heat gun. Inside the packet you're going to find the 2-part resin, and all you have to do is take the clamp off, mix it all together so it forms one liquid, and then pour it into your vessel. Leaving that to cure for a couple of hours, that is going to provide a much better watertight seal. Finally, pop the lid back on, tighten up the screws, and you're good to go. Go and test it, make sure it works. Phew, it did. And I can get home on time. Thank God. Anyway, guys, hope this was helpful for you. Yes, I really was in a bind. This is true. Absolutely happened to me the other day. What a nightmare right at the end of the day. But hope this gets you out of a bind. It's not that difficult once you get head around it. Anyway, good luck. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I'll be making more videos about repairs, panic repairs, fixing things in emergencies, and so on. So we'll see you on the next one. Cheers, bye.